Hello, welcome to the Zelda Majora's Mask All Dungeons Restricted tutorial for speedruns. We are now at part 3. So before continuing, again, if you are very new to Zelda Majora's Mask speedrunning, I very highly recommend first watching the companion tech video that explains the tricks and glitches you will need to know for part 3. Otherwise, if you already know the game well, you can just continue to the rest of the video. Today's needed techniques and glitches are the following. You will need to know how to do Zora clipping. You will also need to know about platform pop-ups. We'll also talk again about ESS position. If you haven't looked at it for part 2, you will need it for part 3. Since we will be using ESS position for ESS bottle duplication. Then we will talk about what I call post-song cutscene skips, so cutscene skips that arrive on the frame right after doing, right after playing a song. So it'll be really important to watch the companion video for part 3, where all the extra and new glitches we'll look at today will be, so you need to go watch that if you don't know these. Continuing, we'll also look at Ocarina items, which we will refer to as OI. And we will also allow to know how power crouch stab works, because that will be very helpful to fight enemies throughout Majora's Mask. Now that we got the red potion, we just leave the potion shop, then flick something like up left, so you go around like that, then start side hopping to the left, up that slope, then start rolling, and then you're going to kill this withered Deku Baba for a single Deku Nut, then put on Zora Mask for the beginner strat, which will just be a couple of roll and a couple of backwalks to the Bigocto. Then you align here to get a backwalk going. And graze a couple of lily pads, maybe walls. If there's a lily pad that's really in the way, just backflip on top of it. And then you're going to want to align for another backwalk towards the Bigocto until you see or hit that tree there. And you're going to use Zora Fins against the Bigocto. Be careful, you can get a bit closer while the fins are getting to the Bigocto, but not too close, otherwise it's going to try and suck you in and then throw you back. And right as it's about to die, or right as it's about to get hit by the Zora Fins, you can input a jump slash with A, so you can cross a bit more distance during the Bigocto's death animation. That's going to look like this if I get it. There you go. That's exactly what I wanted. And then you align with roughly the dent here in that lily pad. It's really not perfect. Then you start backwalking. If there's a lily pad in the way, just backflip on top of it. And then you want to try and make it to that lily pad here. You don't, as you can see, you don't always make it. Let me show you what it looks like when you do get aligned with it. Wait, I'm gonna force the game to load it back again. Just give me a sec. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you want to align with this, backflip, release, and then jump to land. Well, that's really quick. So let's show you again. So backflip, release target, and roll to land. Could have gone a bit more to the right in my case for it to be safe, but it still worked and I got all the way there. Let me put time back to normal. Okay, good. And then you just roll to the Deku Palace. Now that we're in Deku Palace, you're just going to jump twice by rolling a Zora. You're going to target during the second jump and Zora clip in between the two guards. So keep holding target, hold B, press A while holding target in B, and you can release A after that, and then you'll have clip through the 2 Deku cards. Then you can get infinite sword glitch from here. We're not doing it for fun, we're doing it because we're going to actually use it for a bomb hover in this room. So enter that room, and prepare for a bomb hover onto that fence. So 3 backflips take you here, then wait for the platform to come back. Right now we're going for a slightly safer, much slower I think, but a lot safer strat. So once up, you're at the platform, put on Deku Mask, and hold upright for about 5 seconds. Until you're aligned with this platform here. And then, just enter the platform for some reason, the Deku. And then, once you feel you're close enough, you can go towards the platform. For me, that's fine, and then you just want to align here. Deku Link's going to pop up the ledge, and then you'll be on your way to Sonata. Now that you're next to the monkey, you will want to do some equips. So you will equip, here I like putting Ocarina on C right, Bottle on C down, because that's my preferred bottle, my preferred position, or at least item assignment for ESS position and ESS duping. That will happen fairly shortly after. And then you just roll down. As you're falling, mash Ocarina. Here you have a lot of press B plus tap A text boxes. Here you want to select the second one, or the monkey asks you if you understood everything the monkey said. If you say no, well, you have to just go through a couple of text boxes again. So you don't want to be doing that. It's kind of quick to go through, but if you go too fast, that's still a couple of seconds lost, and well, that sucks. And then there's going to be a couple of extra text boxes you want to go through, and eventually you'll be at that song. Right now I'm on the Zelda code, so I just played right away because it cuts a bit of these. But in the actual game, you'll need to go through a couple extra text boxes. And then I'll just reload the area. We don't need to watch that. Well, the song is still playing, isn't that cool? And then you're going to leave Deku Palace. For some reason, it didn't save that state. You're gonna be more something like here when you get kicked out, actually. Wait, let me show you what it's gonna look like when you get kicked out. Come on. It'll look like this. It's kind of important I show it to you because there's some movement to consider here. So, as you get thrown out, start targeting, backwalk, hold left for a couple of frames while you backwalk, Link, and now Link is going to be aligned with the door. If you just backwalk from where you get thrown out, you're going to bonk into the door frame, and, well, that's slow, and so we don't want that. Then you're going to just hop between lily pads, and you will get to roughly the middle of this lily pad. I'm going to pause time for a while. I just drank the potion. It doesn't matter. You can drink it from now on. Like, you can drink the potion whenever you want. Then you want to align with that darker spot on that, I guess, that sinking tree or something. And then what you'll want to do is remove Deku Mask, holding towards that dark spot on the tree, and roll to it as fast as you can. That will look like this. And Link is gonna pop up this tree, and then you can go right away to Song of Soaring and go talk to the owl. So again, you can do it if I don't have a perfect angle. It's kind of lenient. Just align roughly with that, remove the mask, and then what you'll want to do after is, the moment you're on the ledge, put back Deku Mask right away. That's just a safety measure, just in case some bad movement happens, and if you fall down, well, you're just going to be back on it again. Whereas if you fall down as human, that's kind of bad, because you'll be in poison poisonous water and you'll need to just do the trick again. Let me get time back to normal. And then we'll just climb again. So jump there. Deku Mask and start spinning up there. You can do a couple of side hops if you want to get into the flower. And then you just make your way to the owl. Text boxes here. And then here, some people think they might need to get closer to the stone to go and play the song, but usually, like, I know, not usually, all the time, you'll be within range to just press A and interact with it. So just press A after talking to the owl again, and you'll be right away interacting with the stone to get Song of Soaring. And then we will want to make our way to Woodfall. It's pretty simple here. Try not to get trolled by that Deku Flower. For some reason, this Deku Flower does not like me. Here, you can drop that Deku Nut by pressing B. I guess that's a good moment to do that. And then we'll be in Woodfall, and we'll go do two things. We'll get the Owl Statue, we'll raise Woodfall Temple, and a lot of other things, actually. So more than two things. Now I screwed up time, so let me put it back to normal. Once you're in Woodfall, you'll want to get all the way to the Owl Statue. So here, what I like to do is target, do a couple slide hop. Deku spin here. Here you have two options. You can just use your bubbles as Deku to get rid of the hip loops. If you see a stick, as you've seen on the right, you should grab it. You're going to need a Deku stick. Don't grab more. So there we go. So we'll grab that stick here. I'll show you the other options. And now, since we already have Deku Nuts, the one that just spawned from the Mat Scrub, you don't want to pick it up because you don't want to have too much ammo for both Deku Sticks and Deku Nuts. It's not a big deal. It's just like you lose a bit of time. So hip loops and Mat Scrubs can give you Deku Sticks. I know Mat Scrubs can give you Deku Nuts, but I'm not sure about hip loops. So for Deku Sticks, you have good odds of maybe picking one up first. But if you don't get a Deku Stick, you can just get one from this spot. I'm not going to use it now because I already have one. And you don't want to be using these Deku Nuts here because they will give you, let me show you, we now have 0 Deku Nuts, that's what we want. If we take these, okay. Sorry about that, okay. What is that RNG? Wait, let's go this way. So if we take these are 10 Deku Nuts, and so you'll need to go through spamming 10 of these Deku Nuts to get them back to 0 again. You really don't want to do that. So do not pick these up. Pick up some other ones earlier. So pick the ones on the way to the Bigocto from the Red Potion Shop. Okay, gonna put that back here. So you have a Deku Stick. You have Deku Nuts. So what you want to do now is unequip Deku Mask. You will hit the Owl Statue here. Then you will equip Deku Stick, Deku Nuts. You will, in that order, very important, break your Deku Stick, then catch this fairy, and then we are going to start the bottle duplications. So here it's very important that you do not grab the fairy before getting and breaking the Deku Stick. So you need to have both of these be at 0 ammo, 0 amount before you get the fairy. Fairy, in that sequence, it's the last thing you do. And if for some reason you want to go for the 10 Deku Nuts backup here, which I don't think you should, but if you have to for some reason, get these both to 0 before grabbing the fairy. Otherwise, we'll need to go for kind of time-consuming backup. It's not. I don't think it's too bad. It won't kill the route, but it's bad for the run time-wise. Okay, now that I've done my speech on being careful about doing these little steps in the good order, we can actually talk about what we're going to do with these. So let me put time back to normal. So what you're going to do is do ESS bottle duping as explained in the tech tutorial or tech companion video linked in the description, so remember to go watch that if you don't know Majora's Mask much yet, or if you want to make sure you know the tricks required for the tutorial. So we're going to duplicate our bottle here over the Deku Nuts slot, and the Deku Sticks slot to get 2 extra bottles for picking up Zora Eggs. That will look like this. So, oh, didn't get it. Wait, I'm not pressing Z properly. There you go. And that should have put a bottle over my Deku Sticks. It did. And you want to do the same thing. So now I've showed the kind of like faster but slightly more difficult way. Now the slower way but a bit easier way to keep ESS position. And then you duplicate, and then you have 2 extra bottles. And you don't need to pick any of the other 5 ones that the game intends you to get for these 2 extra bottles. Then you have 2 options. Either you equip Ocarina to warp back to Great Bay. Let me activate the Owl statue just in case. Or you can do Ocarina items off the fairy bottle, like this. So remember, Ocarina item, you press you press the bottled item when Link has the item in his hands. Then you press B as you are holding the ESS position. And then you just play the song, and we warp back to Great Bay. So either what I just showed, or just equip Ocarina and warp to Great Bay. So in this case, so far we'd only have 4 owl statues hit, but these are codes, so we have all of them unlocked, and we would just warp back to Great Bay. And we're back. Here, you can release the fairy. You don't have to do it now, but you can release the fairy. Something I forgot to mention is that you can skip the cutscene from rising the dungeon, the Woodfall Temple. So usually we do it here right before going to Great Bay. What we do is lift the dungeon with Sonata of Awakening, and then either you just watch the cutscene and then play Song of Soaring, or what you can do is what I did, which is find the frame. So here I mashed it. You can try and probably should time it so that you can press start. You can start getting control of Link right before the cutscene starts, and then skip the cutscene by quickly getting back to the ocarina right as you get out of your menu. So what we'll do is press start again, and then quickly press ocarina. And you can actually just press it once during on-pause lag, or just mash it if you're worried. It'll look like this. And then right now, very careful, do not press B, because otherwise the cutscene will start. And what you'll do is play Song of Soaring, and just leave for the Great Bay area. So now let me actually show you that this has worked. So you don't need to go back to Woodfall after, so you would just continue with getting the Zora Eggs. But I want to show you that the dungeon has been is now up after playing the cutscene. So as you can see, Well, we didn't watch the cutscene actually, but just because it was initiated, the game recorded that, oh, the dungeon should be lifted. And so it is. So we didn't have to watch that cutscene, and we can just come back later when we need the bow and need to beat Woodfall Temple. Once you make it back to Great Bay, what you will want to do is just... Sorry, I was just doing a little time adjustment. You will just want to use the ferry, then equip Zora Mask, and then just, you know, jump in the water, and make it to Pinnacle Rock. So just Zora dive there. It's a bit too much on the right, and then there you go. Now we want to make it to the actual interesting part of Pinnacle Rock, which is where the Zora Eggs are. So what you can do is go underwater, so you can just keep Zora swimming and follow the path. So you would go this way. Go 2 signs right, 1 sign left. Go left again, cross through that school of fish. Then once you're at that sign, go right again. Go right again. Turn left, and now you're at Pinnacle Rock. Actually, what you can do is from that sign here. Once you're at that sign, you're essentially fine, which means you can just go right away for the pit's entrance. We could go underwater to follow the signs, and that's very okay to do so, but there's actually a faster way to get to the bottom of Pinnacle Rock. You can just actually do Zora dives on the surface so you can get across, and that's going to be faster if we use actual dolphin dives across. You won't have the signs, but you can do one of many setups to get across safely. So I'll show you what I do. What I do is I go for 3 dolphin dives. 1, 2, 3. Hold right. Make sure I go complete right twice. 2 complete left. Here, 1 or 2 dolphin dives make it. Then dolphin dives until you're above that sign. Then get to that before last sign. Then Zora dives until you're above the pit, and then start going down to the eel right there. Let's go through the dolphin dive method again. A bit more slowly. I'll pause a couple of times to re-explain, recap what you have to do. So hold up and go for 3 dolphin dives. 1, 2, 3. Hold right until you've done a full 90, and then go for 2 dolphin dives. 1, 2. Then hold left until you do another full 90 and do 1 or 2 dolphin dives. 1. Then hold left again and start doing the dolphin dives a bit before you get a full 90. Otherwise, you might hit the loading zone and get thrown back at the start. Look like that, and then you'll go for 5 Zora dives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you hold right, you go for another one, and once you're above the before last sign, you can start going up right. So turn, 1, and you're above the before last sign, a couple extra ones, and then we're making it to the first eel. We can now start picking up some Zora Eggs, so go down to the eel here. Use some magic as it's about to get out. You need to hit it twice, and then you will use one of your 3 bottles for the first Zora Egg. Then my trick is for this is easy. You go left for the first egg, then you go left again for the second one, so up left. So down left, up left, down left. This one. Second time, and then there you go. Second Zora Egg is right here. Don't even need to confirm because we know the path. So learn the path for your 3 Zora Eggs here. Really important. Then you just go down here. Actually, do this little thing here where you get eaten. Tap 10 times on your B button, and that will take Link out of this sinking state. And then that happens. And then you just get back. And is that the good one? Yes, that's the good one. Okay. And then you grab your 3rd Zora Egg. Try to put that bottle on whichever one you're most comfortable with for Ocarina item, because that is how we are going to leave. So equip the bottle. Then hold ESS position to do an Ocarina item. And there you go. Then you just play Song of Soaring, and you're going to get back to the lab and deposit the Zora Eggs in the tank. Now that we are back at the lab, we just climb up the ladder. If you think you're low on magic, I highly suggest for the fortress to just get some magic here. You have bombs in this spot. I just grabbed them, but you should try not to grab them because we want our bomb count to be kind of low. If ever you're way too low on bombs to enter a fortress, or you're not comfortable with having few bombs yet, then you can just grab them anyway. It's just letting you know there's a way to back up bomb ammo and magic here, as long as arrows and fairies if you have a bow. So if you have a bow, you can go grab arrows too, if we don't have one yet in the route. Then you just deposit your Zora Egg. So here, wait till the egg is just off screen to deposit the next one, otherwise you might get just Link showing the Zora Egg but not actually dropping it. And here your equip, what would be good is to equip bombs right before dropping your last Zora Egg, because we are going to need them. And that's personal, but I don't like having Zora here. I'd rather have Zora on here. Doesn't save much time, it's just me being picky. But if you're happy with Zora mask here, just keep it there. And then deposit the last egg. So 3 eggs down, and that's when I split, is when it gets completely dark on screen as I cross for my let me show you, for my Pinnacle Eggs deposited split. That's when I would split for it. So it's the one I'm gonna try to move it, and it's the top split right now. Now we want to get the Hookshot in the fortress. We also want to get the last 4 Zora Eggs from the fortress too. But we only have 3 bottles, but that's okay because we will overwrite our bomb slot with another bottle, so don't worry about that. We'll get the bottles we need. And if it's day right now, you would like to make it night. That will make Fortress a lot easier and save time on top of just being easier. And it's not going to be easier, it's also going to be faster to do so. So if it's night and you still have enough time to make it to the end of the fortress, don't worry about it. If not, now would be a good time to play Song of Double Time. And then you have 2 options. You can dive all the way to the fortress, and then I'll show you at least parts of a super swim to the fortress after I show you the... I think that's standard strat. Not everybody goes for the super swim here, but it's kind of cool. So break that plank, and enter. If you want to go for the super swim, that's going to look like this. So target here and start the super swim. Like that. So try to dodge the shore. Hold it for as long as you can, and you see Link going kind of fast. Okay, we're almost there. Yeah, okay. Kind of went too far to the left, but we still got really, really close to where the fortress's entrance is. And then we just enter. The moment you enter Fortress, you will want to dolphin dive out of the water. So you'll be holding up left and press A to get out of the water. And roll, roll. And then you want to keep rolling on the left. You want to be fast here. You want to dodge that guard here on the left. And then dolphin dive out of the water, and then quickly you want to roll up that slope right there to that corner. Now let's cross the gap to get to the inner fortress right away. So instead of going into sewers and doing all the long mazes and everything and hit switches, we're just going to make it straight here and go get the hookshot. So that will look like this if you do it completely with hovers. So a line with you see these two dots next to each other. That feels like the shortest distance, and you're just going to do bomb hovers until you make it. Wait, let me adjust the bomb count. So the bomb count we had was something like I think 14, so we should be like at 13 or 12 now. Doesn't matter too much. Once it starts to flash 5 times, like the 5th, so after 5 flashes, you can go for a distance hovers. But here, don't worry about being wasteful on bombs, because you'll want to use these bombs. You want to essentially get rid of them. Now we'll show how to cross the gap in a slightly faster and slightly more bomb efficient way. Being bomb efficient here doesn't matter too much because we want to get rid of our bombs eventually, but it can be useful in other categories, and if you do well, that's faster. So here, that's an example of a backup ISG. So you can either do the ISG off a single bomb, then start the hovers, or do it from the same bomb for the first hover. All in all, what you'll need is 2 distance hovers, and then 1 mega flip. There you go. And that takes you there, and then you can just enter the inner fortress. We now want to make our way to the hookshot room. So instead of climbing the ladder, crossing the bridge, watching the cutscene where the wasp goes inside the beehive and all of that, well, we're not going to do all of that. We're going to go straight to where the guards are and get the hookshot anyway. So what is that going to look like? So if you don't want to use bombs here, you would just back walk to the stairs. Then go up there. And then go back up. And then enter this room. And so that's why it's important to be night, because the guard positioning will be slightly different at night, and that'll make it easier for us to get across that room. So that's only possible on the Japanese version of Zelda Majora's Mask. A faster way to get to the Hookshot room is to use a super slide, so a line for the back walk and then super slide. And then when you see the ladder on your left, you can release, backflip, and slide up all the way up, and then enter that room. We will now get across this room, break the beehive, and get the pirates to leave. And that will look like this. Let me show you, and then we'll break it down step by step so you know what's going on. That will look like that. Now you have the inputs. And now we made it on top. But how did I do that is what I'm going to explain next, so you are also able to do it. Alright, so you've seen what I just did. So what we do is we dodge the guard with a side hop, then we do 2 rolls forward, then 1 holding something like up left to get some kind of diagonal roll, and then we roll again, if we can, towards the barrel without breaking it, so we can shield drop a bomb onto the barrel, and then climb on it as Zora and make it to the tank using a what's called a lung jump. So let's break that down. So side hop, 1, 2 roll, 1 diagonal roll here. Then when you're here, you are going to shield drop a bomb. That means you're going to press your bomb button, in my case that's X, and right after you will press R, like that, while holding up. Then you will really quickly, I said it 4 times, so it has to be fast, put on Zora Mask, then hold towards the barrel on the right, and press A when Mikau is facing it, and that will help you climb on it. That will look like that. Then you will target as you get onto the barrel. So Link's gonna start like getting really he's gonna start having that stiff feel to him. And then you will buffer a side hop. Okay, just got it. And during the buffer, you will want to equip Deku Mask. Hold C up. So hold C up. Then I did it quickly. So what I did is I held C up to get in first person, and right when after being in first person, I start holding left, and I keep until the bomb explodes. And then you can start holding forward just to get a bit of distance, but you should be fine once the bomb explodes. And that makes it so we get on top of the tank. Continuing, you now put on Deku Mask. You can Deku spin here, just be careful not to fall. Make it to that square here on the tank. And then you're going to use, so here be careful, make sure to use Deku Bubbles. Zora Fins will not work on this, so arrows and Deku Bubbles will work, but not Zora Fins. That they will just break the beehive and not activate the cutscene you want. Just hold B, charge 1 up, maybe a second as a backup. Okay, first try it work. And then you're going to put Zora Mask back. I did a bad equip. You should also equip some bottle when doing that. So jump slashing it into the water, then mashing B can help diving down a bit faster. Then just get out of the water, roll towards the chest, unequip Zora Mask, and get the hookshot. Ouch, my controller. You will now want to leave this room, so what I suggest is turning around. And we will now do a couple of equips. What you will do is you will equip Hookshot. preferably on on Virtual Console, and bombs on C right or C left. I don't care. But something where you can easily shield drop them by pressing bomb plus R button. And then you will backflip onto the chest and then just start getting out as many bombs as you can. And then you want your bombs to go down to 0. So here you can, as you see, we went down by 6 bombs. I'm gonna stop time while I explain that. Or not, I don't need to. Then you want to get rid of more bombs. And you will want to make it, I'll show you, we'll want to make it to this part here. So what you can do is just line, jump, and you're gonna make it. So you can align a bit more. I was kind of way too far to the left. And jump slightly to the left of that. And then hold right as you cross the roof. So be careful if you fall down. Maybe hold forward or a direction so you don't take damage, because even if it doesn't look that high, Link will take fall damage unless he lands really high on the stairs. And it looks, so that looks like this. Okay, so that's a good one. So that's one way to do it. Another way, if you're kind of afraid of that trick, I don't feel like killing good runs, is what I do is I align this way, side hop, then jump slash right as I cross that red part of the roof. Looks like this. So jump slash with B, and either way you're making it here. Now what you will want to do is drop any remaining bombs you might have, and then get into the water here. Then you will want to grab 2 bottles, one for a fish. So here we're actually going to use that fish, and it's actually on the good button for me, and the Zora Eggs. So grab both. Then you get out of the water, leave the room. Jump down there. Unequip Zora Mask. You will equip Hookshot and bombs, even though you have no ammo right now. It's really important, you want 0 bombs right now. And Hookshot up there. And now we are going to drop the fish and catch it back again. And since that will put a bottle item in Link's hand, we will be able to do an ESS bottle duplication. Like that. So again, hold ESS position and press your bottle, then 0 ammo item to overwrite a bomb on top. Oh, that didn't work. Why did that not work? Let's try again. That's fine. I'll just do it the easy way. Maybe I didn't wait long. Maybe I waited too long between my Z press and Y press. So they need to be right next to each other. There you go. We have duplicated our 4th required bottle to get all the Zora Eggs first try. You can also drop the fish here if you want, because you don't need it anymore. You can get rid of that fish once you have your 4 bottles. And as long as you have not deposited all your fish, all your Zora Eggs, sorry, you do not collect any bombs. Otherwise, that's going to overwrite your egg and essentially kill your speedrun. And you don't want to be killing your speedrun. Now you want to make it past that guard. So one strat I have is I go a line this way and do side hops like that. Please do side hops better than me, and then enter that room. If you're kind of afraid, what you can do is just use Hookshot on her and just roll past. So you have those 2 strats you can do. Then you can fight the pirate here. So what I like to do here is use power crouch stabs on my left side, which is her right side. It's both defensive and kind of strong, and you get her in 4 hits. And there you go. You've made it across that pirate. That's the only one we need to fight to get all the Zora Eggs. Then you just enter that tank. Keep a bottle on, obviously. Bad equip, actually. So put on Zora Mask. Get into the water. Oh, here we're low on health. Then, if you're low on health, some of these pots should have hearts. Yeah, so this one has hearts. This one doesn't, and this one has rupees, I think. Nope, hearts too. So the two ones on the left of that door, so this one, that one have hearts. Then you can leave. Then just jump down. And then back walk across. Then once you're here, you can... actually, you can go further. You can either hookshot here and then there. I think you can hookshot just from there. Let's look at that, actually. Yes, yes you can. So no need to hookshot twice, you can just hookshot there. I like this spot better for that. And then hookshot up here. Then hold A so you don't climb onto the hookshot target. Then you want to align for that dark spot here on, I guess that's a wall, or that's the rock that makes the back of the fortress, whatever. And then you're going to jump towards that, hold back, and as Link's, I think it's about Link's feet or Link's body starts crossing that platform we're on, you will want to jump slash, and that will take you to the last Zora Egg. So that will look like this. Hold down, jump slash, and there you go. You made it here. So let's show it to you again. Align with that spot on the wall. You don't need to see up. And then it's not super precise. Jump slash. So there you go. So here I was too close. That's what happens when you're too close. So align, wait a bit, jump slash, and you make it there. One last time. Probably hold down, wait till you cross vertically, and jump slash, and enter. And again, hookshot, get into water, get the egg, get out. Oh, actually, I was intending. Then here, you can try to go for a ocarina item. It'll be kind of hard with the shell blade trying to attack you, but it's still possible. And there you go. So you can do ocarina item, play Song of Soaring. Let's pretend I got Song of Soaring. I didn't give it to myself on that file, I guess. Okay, that's not a problem. So if that happens, if you fail it, if you fail the trick, if you fail ocarina items and you get hit and you lose the bottle in your hand, that's okay. Just get out of the water and soar back to the lab. Now we're just going to get up here. Here, if you want more bombs, since right now you have 0 bombs, don't go now. Just wait. Why? Because, as I said earlier, if you get bombs now, your run is over. And I'll show you why. Because you grab these. And unless this one is already equipped, unless this bottle is equipped, which it might not be, unless it's equipped, and you don't grab more bombs, you could very well kill your run. If that bottle was equipped instead, then your run is over. So I'd say don't take the risk unless you're really used to what to do here. Don't grab those bombs yet. I've made the mistake too often So don't grab these bombs here yet, just get some somewhere else. But I suggest avoiding these bombs until you know exactly what you're doing in terms of equips, because that can mess you up quite badly. Oops. And then just drop the Zora Eggs here. And then we'll show how to skip the cutscene right after getting all 7 Zora Eggs together. So we can skip the cutscene for getting New Wave Bossa Nova, but still get New Wave Bossa Nova out of it. Since once it's activated, the game gives it to you right away. So here I like to equip Ocarina as close as I can to my start button for the next cutscene skip. And now the lab, the scientist, I guess, yeah, the scientist is gonna ask you to come down. So here I just roll off the ledge and hold A as I grab onto the ledge, and Link should drop down automatically, and then the little cutscene where the Zora Eggs lift up is going to start, but I'm on the coast, so right now the baby Zoras are all here already. And what you'll do, you'll go somewhere here. Actually, it's gonna work more or less anywhere. I'm just gonna pull out Ocarina and start mashing start right after. And then Zora Link is going to pull out the Ocarina, but you have control of the start menu. Then what you will do is mash start in the on pause lag, play Song of Soaring, and go to Zora Cape. Just like that. And as we will confirm, we now have New Wave Bossa Nova in our inventory. We should also have this. Today, what we've done is get a Sonata of Awakening and all of the Zora Eggs and New Wave Bossa Nova, so that next time we will at least cover Great Bay Temple and Gaiorg, and hopefully Woodfall Temple and Adalwa.